Hey guys, what's going on? It's Uncle Tone. How you guys doing? Welcome to a later start for the Muesday vlog. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I've essentially done pretty much nothing all day. I started watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I was watching that most of the morning. Fiora and I have been playing another new game that we just downloaded called The Long Dark this afternoon, and it's pretty cool. It's available on Steam. It's kind of a survival game where you're out in the Canadian wilderness and you have to survive finding supplies and resources, and the wolves and the wildlife will attack you and so on and so forth. Seems like kind of a cool game, so there you go. Heading out for a walk today by myself, since Fiora's still playing The Long Dark. She has a bit of a stomach thing going on. She doesn't really want to go for a walk. And Trista's not feeling too well today. Trista seems to have the same thing Fiora had last week. There was a day last week where Fiora had a terrible headache and wasn't feeling well and was nauseous and stuff like that. Trista seems to have that today, so she's not feeling too well. So I'm gonna head down to the drugstore, pick up some Advil for her, and just get a little air, go for a walk. I'm kind of tired today too, because yesterday was Mother's Day, as I'm sure you guys are aware. And Mother's Day is by far the busiest day of the entire year. It's really super busy. I left home yesterday at 11:15 to go to work, and I got home at 10 to 9. And I pretty much did not stop the entire time. So it was like 9.5, almost 10 hours non-stop. I didn't even sit down. I had a sandwich, 2 coffees, and a Coke. And that's pretty much all I consumed the entire day. I was just going at work non-stop all day long. It takes a toll on you when you have to put in a day like that. So today has been primarily just a rest day. Get some rest, feel better, power back up again, recharge the batteries, if you will. Cool beans. But I still need to get out, get a little fresh air, as fresh as the air gets today. Anyway, it's kind of hazy today. It was supposed to rain today. It hasn't really yet, but it was raining this morning for a little bit. Stopped and hasn't really rained since, but there you go. I was gonna go out and get some air, get some stuff at the drugstore, probably slip over to Tim Hortons, maybe grab a coffee, that kind of thing. And then we'll head home and see how Fiora's doing on The Long Dark. Alright, went to the drugstore and grabbed what we needed there. I got some Advil for myself too, since I was out. And I got a little bit of a headache today too, actually. I'm not sure why. It might be the weather. I don't do well in hot, humid, muggy weather. My body's never been a huge fan of humidity and mugginess. So, there you go. Now I'm just heading up to Tim's and grab a coffee. And probably some Timbits. Nothing powers your batteries back up after a busy day like a box of Timbits. I know I don't need them, but I like them. And it's like a Monday thing, you know? I gotta have my Timbits on Muesday. Alright, cool beans. I stopped at Tim's right over there and I grabbed a coffee and the chocolate milk for Fiora. And this is the new Tim Hortons drink of the season. This is the new Choco Chill drink. It's quite tasty. It's also quite chocolatey. It doesn't have any coffee in it. It's a rich, smooth, creamy, chocolatey summer refreshment. That's what it is, pretty much. Cool beans. So I'm just gonna head home and see how Fiora's doing on The Long Dark, playing the game. I lasted for 1 hour, or 1 day, and like 19 hours or something like that. 1 day and 9 hours. Something like that. I thought I did pretty well for my first time playing it, so there you go. Speaking of PC gaming, I may or may not, and by that I mean I did, order a new PC gaming setup. Not really setup, just a tower that comes with a keyboard, but there you go. I was for a while flirting with the idea of building my own. But I've never built a PC by myself before. from what I understand, and the videos and tutorials I watched on it, it's not overly difficult. Kind of like putting together modular pieces of Lego, sort of. From what I understand, it's not overly difficult. But I've never done it myself, so I was somewhat apprehensive about doing it. Although from what I understand, it's not that difficult. I've also, having never done it before, don't know exactly what parts work with other parts and so on and so forth. So you need to, you know, make sure everything works together and so on and so forth. And then there's the whole thing of once you build it and you get it up and running and stuff, if you have a problem with it, you have no warranty. So it's kind of up to you to fix it, you know. So then I opted to, instead of that, all the parts I kept putting together. I wanted an i5 4460 processor minimum, 8 gigs of RAM, terabyte drive, decent enclosure, and a good enough power supply to provide power to all of it, and at least a GTX 870 graphics card, I think was the one I was looking at. All of those put together kept coming to like $900-ish Canadian plus tax and shipping, so like $1,000 probably, you know. So for that much money, I figured, you know what, why not add a few more and get a full warranty and everything with it, and don't have to build it myself. And I went ahead and ordered an Alienware X51. I know a whole bunch of people watching this just went, oh my god, Tony, why'd you order an Alienware? Because of the warranty, and because it's built for gaming. That is primarily what this computer is going to be used for, gaming. My MacBook handles games pretty okay, considering what it really is. But most of the time, even when I was playing Bioshock, I had to play it in 720 with the settings on high, because if I tried to put it on 1080, it just lagged real bad. Even with the settings on medium, it looked better and played better in 720. I want something that has two things. One, more storage space, because I only have my Windows partition on my MacBook configured to 90 gigs. And that's just not enough space at all to store multiple games. I can only have two to four games, depending on the size of them, installed at once. And then after that, if I want to add something else, I got to delete one of them. If I get a device or computer with a terabyte drive, I can leave everything installed. I don't need to worry about it, and I still have plenty of room for recording using the software I record with, so that won't be a problem. And also, I want to play games in 720 with everything on high. So the Alienware that I ordered will allow me to do that. It's got the i7 processor. I went with the X51 with the i7 processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and originally I had ordered the one with the AMD R9 270 graphics card. I later changed that because from what I understand, the GTX 980 is a much better graphics card and well worth the extra $100. So I canceled the first one that I ordered and changed it to the second one. I put in a request to Dell to cancel the other one and ordered the second one, not realizing that the first time I had ordered the X51, they'd errored out on me. So I clicked back and resubmitted. Accidentally ended up ordering two of them. So I have ordered the one with the GTX 980. I haven't got the order confirmation yet though, because I got to cancel the first two before the order can go through for the third one. So it's not going to be here originally when it's supposed to be here, but it is ordered and it is coming. So there you go. And it comes with the Alienware keyboard. That'll do originally. I'll plug it into my Dell 2412 monitor, which is full 1080. And really I just need a gaming mouse at this point. I'm leaning towards a Logitech. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So there you go. Cool beans. I guess that's gonna do it for the new computer. It should be pretty awesome, and it should be powerful enough to let me run everything, pretty much every game I want to play in 1080 with all the settings on high, and still run recording software at the same time. So that should work out pretty well. So there you go. We'll also be able to bring you a wider variety of games. Since I'll have a computer, it will be able to run them higher and still record at the same time. So there you go. It'll also free up space on my MacBook. I'll just get rid of the Windows partition on my MacBook and free up an extra 90 gigs of space on my MacBook Pro. That'll be nice too. So going back to two computers, I thought I could do it with one, and I did for a while. But as it turns out, 2 is just flat out going to work better. So there you go. Time to head home and see what Fiora's doing on the long dark. Apparently it's daytime again. You slept the entire night away, apparently.
It's beautiful music.
There's also wonderful music coming on now. Cool beans, I'm back home again. And Fiora is playing the long dark. She's doing quite well, actually. She found what was it called? Hydroelectric dam. And there was a bunch of stuff there, like premium winter coats.
Except for like
and stuff. There was a wolf in the basement, though.
And I freaked out and ran out.
Yes, you also just went outside at night and you were like, is it really that dark at night? And then you stepped outside and you were like, about to tell me that I was making you scared.
Because you said there might be wolves.
Yeah, and you were like...
And then I was interrupted by myself going, ah!
Yes. Because it was pitch black. It was, in fact, pitch black. But, I mean, it's a pretty neat looking game for an alpha game. It's still an alpha. The graphics are pretty good, actually. Still an alpha game. It's not even in beta, let alone final release yet. But it does look pretty cool. It doesn't have a story mode yet. We're just playing an open sandbox. So, but it's kind of neat, though. I wonder
what the story will be about.
It's kind of cool. I'm guessing it has something to do with what they tell you at the beginning of the game.
This girl has scared me multiple times with the noises she makes.
I'm assuming it will tell you something like the story at the beginning of the game.
She made like a noise while I was walking. I was like, something behind me.
She was tired.
Oh,
or
yeah,
cold.
Look at Clear Cut. This is the place where I started. Every like tree is cut down.
Oh. And this is where you started.
I literally assumed there was a bear here because I kept hearing footsteps and stuff. I got so scared. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to be murdered by a bear.
Really?
Yes.
That was your reaction?
Yes.
1 day and 18 hours later, you're still alive? You did not, in fact, get murdered by a bear.
That's a mistake that ice thingy for legs. Thought it was legs just kind of standing there. And
I like how you can see her breath too. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I
started up there in the hills.
So there you go. Cool beans. Kind of a cool game. If you guys are into stuff like this, you should probably head over to Steam and check it out. It's 22 bucks on Steam, and that gets you access to the whole thing.
I have to say it's worth it.
Including the full release when the game's done, in the event that it actually gets finished.
Let's go back.
I've purchased a few games, indie early access games on Steam.
7 Days to Die.
And I don't think any of them has actually been finished yet.
7 Days to Die.
Like 7 Days to Die is still an alpha. And we've been playing that for how long now?
They'll still work. They're doing a good job of working on it, though.
They are, but we've been playing that for quite some time now. And it's still not finished.
Tony thinks is cool. Like, you know, that treehouse thing I found?
The treehouse place? Alright, we'll show them the treehouse place and then we'll wrap up the vlog.
If I can get up there.
It's a long way up.
Look at that beautiful sun. And then you look over and realize the whole sky is just white. And you're like, wow.
So the world is not randomly generated. The world is the same place each time. But apparently there is a secret bunker that randomly generates throughout each playthrough. So
you like spawn in a random place.
You do spawn in a random place.
Tony died, and then I decided I wanted to play.
I knew you wanted to play before I died. That wasn't a secret.
Look at it; it's pretty.
You were just itching to play. So there you go.
It's there. Oh my gosh! Can you see it?
Forestry lookout. I told you it was a lookout. See, it's like a lookout tower, which is kind of cool.
You can stay here.
So there you go. Cool beans. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on Bonus Clip Thursday. Rock on.
He's not using the vlog stick, by the way.
I was not using the vlog stick today, no. But I realized something.
Interesting.
It's hard to carry the vlog stick in my pocket. It's true.